Welcome to another Coffee and Whiskey with Ivy. In case you're wondering what this is for, it's for evil and inefficient donkeys. Watch the show. Look at these guys, bending and bowing. We are not Japanese, Don't emulate the Japanese. If you want to emulate the Japanese, then go all the way. Resign or commit harakiri when your staff were killed. Can you imagine how much these guys are paid? The Admiral is correct. There is a cultural problem. You know what's a cultural problem? These three guys are paid so much money and they're paying the poor workhorses down there peanuts, thinking that they are monkeys. That is the cultural problem in SMRT. Set that right. Currently, these are the wrong people who should be earning that kind of money. The people who should be earning good salaries are the guys underground doing the work. Even if you paid those people down there more, they are not qualified to do the kind of work that should be done. Use Japanese, use German, use Swiss engineers. In the meantime, pay them what they will demand and watch your train service not break down. If you keep harping on the fact that the people down there are not doing the job, then why don't you guys get down on the ground and do it yourself and get paid what those poor fellas are paid? Better still, just take the MRT every day instead of your drivers driving you to work. Evil, this guy should not only just go to jail, he should be hung the way he hung his dog. Spike in spy camera sales online causes concern. It shouldn't if the cameras are used for safety. But why would this 27-year-old guy want to buy these cameras and do upskirt shots and illegal shots and things like that? He should be caned. Don't just jail him and don't just make him pay a fine. Cane him. Perhaps he hasn't been caned as a child, so he doesn't know what is right and what is wrong. Luckily, top of the news, Singapore's largest wind turbine built on Semakau Island. We are now doing some right things. We should put these turbines on all the HDB roofs to create electricity as well. They are nice, they are neat, they are not eyesore, and with very little wind, you can actually create enough energy to power 45, 4-room housing board flats. I think it's very, very doable. Well done to this horse which thought about this. Next Prime Minister, likely from current cabinet. Mr. Prime Minister, of course. Otherwise, would you go out to the street to pick somebody up? It must be from the current cabinet. And by the way, we people don't pick the Prime Minister. The winning party does. All we can hope for is that the person who is picked is a good, honest leader who will do something for the country and not for their own party agenda. We know who we want. Why do we still have racial ratios in housing estates? If we want to have any rules, then it should be spread across the board. You mean the same race people living in rich areas is not a social enclave like Maya Road, like District 9, 10, 11? Why is it social and racial enclaves only exist in housing estates? If you want to control, then control everyone. I'm very heartened by the CJ and the AG looking into improving our legal system. And I think it's good that they are trying to do something. However, they must not forget the fundamentals. The fundamentals is that our legal system must be transparent, it must be real, and it must work for the people. It mustn't push political agendas, and it mustn't push private agendas. I hope they will look at all the cases where that has not been really practiced and never let it happen again. Why don't we have settlement agents to do property deals? Why do we need expensive lawyers doing conveyancing? We can save a lot of money and move with the times. Australia, Western Australia, which is a backward country, as many of you will think, has already done that 100 years ago. So focus on justice for all, focus that people do not have to pay high legal fees, and focus on helping your own people first. As it's still early in the day, I shall have a sip of my coffee. Today, I would like to leave you with this thought. Listen to the ground, not to the beat of your own drums. Our government agencies and all those highly paid fellows should just read more of the newspapers, especially the forum pages, because the answers are there. For example, replace zebra crossings with signalized pedestrian crossing. Simple end of the story. Don't have to say people have to watch out and so forth. Floating solar farms, this guy has given the answer. It will disrupt the ecological balance of the reservoir. The reservoir is for boating, it's for fishing, it's for people to look across at water, not for you to cover up with solar panels. So read the forum pages, read the newspaper. They give you wonderful, real news, not fake news. Listen to the ground. Thank you for watching my show. Please subscribe so you won't miss out on the action. And if you feel hot, get a leaf. It's free, no electricity, and it's wonderful. And if you're lazy to use your own energy, get a little robot. Little robot,